on this program tonight. I know, put your money on them, go for them, but the reason why I'm going to continue to tell you about the disjointed, misinformed, corrupt political system that exists in Nigeria and why any effort to say, let us try and fix it. You can't fix it. The only fixing manual that you can make use of right now is to begin the conversation about the breakup. Now, that conversation is when you begin to hear about how many people really want to still be part of this. But if you don't understand why, you could be seeing it as people from the point of how do you put that? Point of ungratefulness. Nigeria has offered us nothing but complete misery, bloodbath, threats to life. That is what Nigeria offer. Because it could offer better if the people actually understand the reason why Nigeria is a country or Nigeria should be a country or not. If you can make people the country, or if you can make the country about the people, then you have no country. You have concentration camps. In the case of Nigeria, unfortunately, this is the reality. Nothing offered. And the system will continue to pop up characters like this who are in charge of the destinies of millions of people, that they could stand there, spend hours talking and throwing jibes and all of that, why people die. You'll continue to have them because that's what the system offers. That's exactly why when you look at those young people who feel like their future can be shaped and planned successfully by the failed rogues and criminals, outdated, outspent, expired rogues who are living on borrowed time at your own expense, could formulate policies, you could bring ideas that will make their future indeed safe or guaranteed. Can't see through the charade. That is why they are still jumping up for this old rogue, jobless, unproductive leeches that they call leaders. Osinbajo is coming out. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. He will be declaring soon, and their mud fight is going to be our own content to educate you further. That why do you want to waste your energy, your time, your resources trying to convince somebody or a group of people that Nigeria can still work when obviously you know, nah, it's never going to. Not like this. So they'll come out, they'll push it, they'll push you, they'll bamboozle you, they will do a lot of a psychological manipulation, but you need to stay sharp. And that is why when they come now, the message of you being a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, and even if you don't like, even if they have nothing to offer you, but remember they are Yorubas. As they are Yoruba, give them a chance. You have been giving them chance and chances upon chances upon chances. And today, many of you know that no amount of chances you give to them, you will continue to be the victim of their own greed and selfishness. Now, there's a time to put a stop to it. Part of the time to put a stop to it is where some shows that if we can't just sit back and be docile and then expect that all of this is going to stop. Our people says that an idle and is a devil's workshop. Is that how they say that? Idle and is devil's workshop. So our people have never been given options that requires them to think for themselves and think for others. You get what I mean now? It's a two thing. Nigeria has, Nigeria has taught us to be what? Or now, like Professor Banji Akintoye said on this program, he said, if there is anything we have learned from Nigeria, when we finally have Oduduwa Republic or Yoruba Nation, he said we have learned two things: how not to run a country, and the second one is how to run a country aground. Two things that an average Yoruba must have at the back of their mind. If you must think about where you are going, you should never forget where we are coming from. So if you are moving us out of Nigeria, yes, remember that we have learned two things from Nigeria that is so crucial to our future. Something you can say to your children. You know why we need Yoruba nation? And you know why I believe that a Yoruba nation will never fail? And your children will ask, Mommy, how did you know that? Well, I will tell you. Do you know that the history of us being forced to be part of a Nigeria today and then seconded our real and true identities? These, what do you call it? How should I put that for you? Yeah, secondment, putting us in the second to Nigeria, hiding our identity and all that. So yeah, something like then you'll be like, if we have to have a better country, yeah, we must remember that though we were forced together, our identity seconded, and we were relegated to what we are now. And that Nigeria gave us nothing back but misery, death, poverty, corruption, self-centeredness, selfishness, and so many other vices you can think of. And what did that do? It made our people poorer, weaker, and vulnerable. We don't want to see that happen in a country that is indeed chosen by the people themselves. And we also know that if you want to have a successful country where the people matter, you must never run it like they run Nigeria. These two lessons are what professionals, professors, researchers, scholars should help us broaden. Tell them, why do you think Yoruba land will be better? Idea, ideology behind it, because we have learned, or we are learning a lesson from Nigeria. We can tell from A to Z or A to Z how this journey of total, total destruction of Nigeria started to where we are today. And we don't want to take ourselves down that route as well. No, we won't. Once the ideology is completely, uh, you know, uh, uh, programmed and structured in a way to say, we don't want to end up like Nigeria. Do you understand that? I bet you do. That's what we are learning. And when we have every chance of talking to people and say, well, why do you think Nigeria should break? You say, well, there's so many reasons why. But the first thing is this: the people never agreed to be part of a country called Nigeria. Historically, never. And with the level of division, the level of unfair imbalance and what have you, that have further widened that gap of fake one Nigeria today, which is so obvious anyway. The further you see that, the better for us to say, let us start having that conversation. A situation where one ethnic nationality will go on a killing rampage, and the other ethnic nationalities, they will also go on killing rampage in retaliation, and it is like a killing spree. And then the politicians at the center of it, the government at the center of it, they started politicizing that, ethnicizing that, religionizing that, doing all manner of things in order to continue to profit from that chaos. That chaos can only end if the people are allowed to discuss, do you want to still be together or not? That conversation is so crucial, and those who are benefiting from this rot, all these ones that are, fighting themselves on your behalf, spending and stealing your money on your behalf, plundering and then wasting them as much as they can on your behalf, yeah, then you can be able to put an end to that. That's my own belief. So you choose your battle. We choose our battle because we don't want to be idle. Do you understand that? Idle hands will always be devil's workshop. If you don't agree with the rotten system, you don't sit idle. What are you doing about it? What can you do about it? What and what can you move? Who and who can you team up with? Then you begin to look into all of the possibility of building network of like-minded people who can indeed influence the larger number of the people, the populace, with an idea that keeps them occupied, engaged, involved, and at the same time hopeful. Now, this idea means those who are tired of the system, those who are tired and asking, what do you want us to do? Keep them engaged, get them all busy. Then the politicians will begin to lose out the numbers of people they continue to manipulate about and all of that. When they begin to lose that stream, they begin to lose that steam, and you begin to gain them, engaging them, the battle is half won. Trust me, it is a practicable theory that I would love to see happen, especially now that I have some what do you call it, some authorization from the leaders of those who have been doing similar thing in Yoruba land, those who believe that the idea to combat and conquer those who are oppressing us and those who have been taking advantage of us, those who have conditioned us to see them the problem makers as well as the solution givers. Yeah, those who have forced us into that, the people who have managed to give us alternative. What do we have? Ourselves. How do we go about it? By holding hands. Holding hand in some belief that many people will call crazy because it's so new. They are never used to having alternatives. People never get to have alternatives, right? Most of the time when you are running away from one rogue criminals, like you are running away from the politicians, you're going to run into the hands of the murderous lawless barbarians called the military. And when they form their own government, it's also killing spree, looting spree, and poverty spree, right? Then you try and say, no, we are not going to be with you anymore. This military, they are heartless, they are not human. We're going to go to these politicians again and say, okay, politicians, we hope you have learned your lesson, right? Now, can you take charge of the country and treat the people right? Give them what is right, and at least keep them less agitated. Enough that if they have to agitate for anything, it won't be them being treated like worse than animals in their own country. Can you do just that, politicians? Oh, yeah, they start making promises. We're going to build you this. We're going to do you that. We're going to unite you. We're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. Then they do the opposite. They do the opposite. Then you come together again and say, oh, we wish the military can just take over. We wish that we can just do this and that. You see, it's all like a rat race. Catch 22, Rat race. You run from here and there, from point A to point B to C or D. You find yourself still in the circle because they created that block. They created that system and they told you, go through the right way. If you don't like what is going on, you have to go through the right channel. Do you know why they told you to go through the right channels when you're not happy? Because they created the right channel. They created the channel. They control the channel. And they ask you, go through the right channel if you are not comfortable with the system. No, you don't go through this their channel. You go over the channel. Those who are ready to go over and above the channel, they are those they call the rebels. Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, the Biafrans, the Yorubas, the Middle Beltans, those who are completely speaking out and saying, no, 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 this is not right. This is so wrong. Yes, they want Nigeria, but this is not the Nigeria they wanted. This is not what they expected. Now, they want to speak up, but they can't. That's why the people who created that channel go and run for office. You don't need to be saying break up and all of that. Go and join politics. Go and run for office. Go and contest election. When you win, you can do this and that and blah, 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 blah. They are telling you psychologically, you need to go through the right channel. Are those not the right channel? Are those not the corrupt channel? You go through the registration of election, then you probably will begin to gather some money to buy votes. And then if you manage to get some, then you begin to get some money to bribe the electoral officers so that they can at least report your results for you. And then you have to go, the whole thing they call the right channel, they control it. And there is no way you will pass through that channel unscathed without having to go into a deal with the devil. Don't lie to yourself. Don't pretend for any reason. Or else, you will just be like our own Omoyele Sowore, that they have every tool to stop. Even if the entire youth of Nigeria, 60 million of you vote for Sowore, it will be reading into Atiku, into Tifnumbu, and every other people they want you to read into their account. You will then protest. We will shut down the whole place. We will do this and that. Oh yeah, go and shut down now. Maybe then revolution will now be, then you will now realize that no be election go resolve more. You need to go above the system. So they created that channel. They created it. You go through the INEC, you go through this, they clear you there, they clear you here. And if they feel like you want to become a big trouble, what would they do? They just get some random people together. They will take you to their own court, their kangaroo court, from your bed, where you are planning how to work out, how to battle this and get this done, blah, 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 blah. Bring people together. There will be a court judgment that says they should arrest you because they found Igbo inside your shoe. I said, which one be you find the Igbo inside? It's a crime. A presidential candidate cannot be having a Igbo. Now, so that's it. Before you know it, you will be going from one court to another. They will say, lock him up, push him for his hand. Last, all of you now, where they call themselves their agents, mobilizer and everything, they will identify you. Now, all of you now will jump fence, the entire border, Ghana, Togo, Cotonou, everybody away. They will say, how far about the election? I say, election. They don't kill some of us, so some of us don't. You know what I mean? They are telling you to go through their channel. They want to know if you have what it takes. Now, you see, they own it. They own the channel. You have to go above it. But some of you feel like going above it is going to take a while. Therefore, you want to try your luck. You will just be like our own Sowore. Go above it. Be like Nnamdi Kanu. Be like Nnamdi Kanu. Be like Sunday Igboho. Be like Mayegun. Be like people who don't believe in a rotten system that is programmed to favor those who brought us to this level. And if the system was actually working right, I mean, we have a lot stake against stake against us somehow, yeah. But the system is against us already, and they are telling us to go through it. No, you don't have to go through it. You have to go over it, and that doesn't make you a rebel or a problem. I don't know. You're just a rebel to those who are benefiting from a rotten system, and they need you to validate their criminality through the process they gave to you. The due process. Follow the process. you follow them, enter Canaan. But we need to make sure that our hands are not idle. Our hands does not become the devil's workshop. There is no devil in Mecca that you are going to stone. I apologize to you if you feel somehow. This is not mocking your faith. Trust me, it's not. If you want to really, really do it, instead of stoning the shaytan in Mecca, or let me put it this way. For those of you who have been to Mecca on pilgrimage and you have stoned shaytan, you know it inside your mind that when you are stoning shaytan, somehow in your mind, you wish that's a criminal politician in Nigeria that they are calling Alaji this, Alaja that, Dickness this, Pastor that, Reverend this, Deacon that, all those kind of names they give to those rogues who have made life hell in Nigeria. You would wish they just appear and you stone them. Imagine that. So that is why I keep saying that sometimes if you are aware, if you know that you can stone shaitan, you should begin to learn how to stone the shaitan, which is the physical human form. The shaitan you are stoning in Mecca is just to fulfill one of the pillars of Islam, of Hajj, one of the process, what do you call it? When you go for Hajj pilgrimage. Sorry. However, if you want to stone the real shaitan, the shaitan you should be stoning the shaitan who took healthcare away from your people, from you and your children and your people. The politicians who took away the good roads away from you, the politicians who took away the good education system for your children, which is actually their future if they really care, but they never cared anyway, right? That is the shaitan. That is the satanic. Are you with me? The politicians who could let you just go to bed in the dark, in perpetuity, we call it a national grid. No electricity, no nothing. The politicians who could go to bed powering their own homes with in China imported electricity generator. And then the following day, he's out there and said, I'm fighting for my people. That is the shaitan. The shaitan you go to in Mecca, that one is to fulfill religious, what do you call it, a pillar of Islam. But you see, the real ones are now, in order for you to know that the Nigerian politicians are mad. They are actually really, really mad. And they don't give a damn about God. They can shout on God and call God here, God there. They don't believe in it. It's so unfortunate that that is the mumu button of so many Nigerians. They quickly jump in, say, you know that man, do you know how many people he sent to Mecca every year? How is that one now? Is that the reason why he was elected? It's part of it. There are people who want to go and pray. I say, if he actually cares about sending people to Mecca to go and pray, he sent you to Mecca to go and pray for hospital, to go and pray for good life, to go and pray for security. And at the same time, they are looting the money meant for security, hiring quacks that they will never pay or train. Now you can't sleep in your own home. Can you not see the manipulation? And people say you can't actually deceive God. But they don't care. They don't care or believe in any God. So you should stop being manipulated and be giving excuses for them. Look at a fake Pastor Ruga. Osinbajo, what do you want him to do? He's just a vice president. How do you want him to do? He's not the president now. Mayegun, let us reason like, ẹ̀gbọ́n wèrè tó ń reason bí wèrè. Má gbé wa mọ́ra o. Don't bobo us o. You see that story that Osinbade Ikene Shatabandu is just extra tire. You can say that to mugus like you. And if you're not a mugu and you think you probably see one of us here on this platform as one of your mugus, they're demirawo or they're demirawo. Agbiwamora. In any way. Pastor Ruga, fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, special advisor to Bokuwari on burial arrangements, condolences matters, and trader money, market money, popularly known as Abuwuri Baba Oja. The man that fly and crashed in a shopper when he was moving millions that he believed he was going to use or he was using to lift 100 million people out of poverty. How mad is that? How mad is that? As a pastor, this guy spent over ₦1 trillion sharing money because they wanted to lift people out of poverty. Who gave the idea? Who gave the approval? Who gave the money? Who crashed the shopper? Even when shopper crashed, the way started using what do you call it? Young Shark Growbus to move money. All because he wanted to take millions of people out of poverty. Professor of law, senior advocate of nonsense, fake Pastor Ruga, and you will come here and say, you know he's a pastor. Come on, pastor, kill you there. Aye. Now. We are not all as dumb as the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Almajiris, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons. We are not all like them, bros. We are not. Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, is part and parcel of this calamitous legacy of Bokuwari. Is where in the whole world that the vice president of a country is sharing money everywhere all over the country, fighting poverty, and how 10,000 naira to start a business. APC, honestly. If you're a member of APC and you think say you are saying, Baba, that's one of the lies that mad people they tell themselves. I am all right. Nothing is wrong with me. What is wrong if I decide to just open the window now and get down, and when I get down I have to jump that fence was there so I can go get myself a pint of milk? I'm not mad. I'm quite all right. That's how the APC, that's how they think, that's how they reason. He's involved. He came up with the idea. How do we fight poverty in Nigeria? They said, lifeless mannequin, Bokuwari. That one is going to lead the fight against terror. Oh dear. Fake Pastor Ruga is going to lead the fight against the economy. And they will turn around Nigeria and create jobs. They recruited all these all these children, all of them, some of them are in the colleges, universities in 2015. They boboed them, fake Pastor Ruga. They boboed them. They said, you are doing this for your future. You are doing this for your future. The economy is going to be great. We are going to create jobs. We are going to create millions of jobs. Blah, 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 blah. They went to different quarters in Redeemed Church all over Nigeria. They recruited all these young kids. Some of them in their late teens, and they are in their early 20s. They gave them computers, they gave them phones, they gave them data, they gave them everything they could use to go and lie to other people, because Pastor Ruga, people they cost them, they ordinarily. That is why what they do to you right now after this whole failure, before the failure, then they came in I said that in Nigeria, these people, they are going to be creating how many jobs a year that Pastor Ruga said they were going to be creating? I don't know if some of you still remember his voice. Pastor Ruga, we will work with you. Remember that? We will work with you, Lori Raw. We will do this and that, Lori Raw. You remember?
We will work with you, Lori Raw, to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope, Lori Raw. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Yeah, Pastor Ruga. You remember that? He's their star boy. He's their poster boy. 13.5 million Nigerians jobless in 2014, 2015. 13 million out of school children in 2015. People living in poverty in Nigeria were put somewhere around 80 million before 2015. Nigeria was generating about 6,000 megawatts, distributing 3,500 megawatts before 2015. Nigeria refineries, they were working at 60% capacity before 2015. The insecurity back then was limited to the northeast in northern Nigeria before 2015. But when fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, special advisor to Bokwari on condolences matters, burial arrangements, and then trader money, brought their magic job creation economic policy for Nigerians that they use young people to lie to. It was time to deliver. They started calling on Jesus Christ. We said, no, don't call Jesus now. We did not vote for Jesus. They voted for you. Do what you said you would do. Then suddenly they came out with something called hand power. I mean, it was one of the most ridiculous, wasteful policy. But you know, poverty in Nigeria, sharpa, they shy everybody, everywhere. People, they try survive. They are suffering, but they are still smiling. So if now empower we see, we go manage them. It's ridiculous. Do you want me to tell you the program? It was an haphazardly put together lie, scheme, just to loot the system and then dump those dumbos. That's what they planned. Let's do that for the media up. Okay. We want to give employment to people. But before they started giving employment, within the first year, the number of unemployed people in Nigeria jumped from 13.5 million to over 40. People are now saying that it's now over, over 90 million people will not get job again. That is massive. Oh. Now you can understand why the poverty is massive as well. Why the crime is also massive as well. Because a lot of people have lost their jobs. Some people have run away, escaped, japa. Even our brother we japa to Ukraine. We are praying that all of them find their way back to Nigeria as we speak. In 6 years, more than 35 to 40 million Nigerians lost their jobs officially. Nigeria refineries stopped working from 60% to 0%. Nigeria national electricity grid collapsed 3 times to 0. Nigeria's debt skyrocketed. Your naira crashed. What do we do? What shall we do? Let us, we promise these people that we're going to be giving their children a meal a day. Now, I like said the children, when we promise 1 meal a day for school, listen that their parents go, they eat 1 meal a day now. Now, poverty don't they wear skirts, they wear suits, or they wear jumpers and all of that. Or come put on sneakers. We can't they make them bounce like say we know if we catch up with them. Poverty is moving mad in Nigeria. Let's help them end power. The most ridiculous idea. That was Osinbajo's idea. Do you know that? It was his idea, economic idea, a plutocracy idea, somewhere how to make themselves richer. Let's help the people. Let's help the people by robbing them. End power. 30,000 naira a month. We are going to train you how to teach. We are going to train you how to make soap. We are going to train you how to repair phones. We're going to train you and send you into the villages as extra teachers. We're going to do this and that. They promised them again. We are going to employ 10 million. Oh boy. Scam. It's a pity, Alma. You see? Is that not the prayer that people say? They will say, may God not let us look up to our enemies before we feed. That's the kind of prayer that people always say, amen. Oh. For me, I know they say amen to that. You know why? May you not find yourselves in a situation whereby your friends, they are not cooking and you are starving. The only people cooking, now your enemies. May you not find. Now, the situation, you say, you go eat to survive. And I think that's the situation that, what do you call it? My friends who got the end power job. Waiting your papa do. My yegun, you always condemn everything. Your papa never do anything. See, these people, yes, they promised, they said, yeah, but now they are doing it. What's your problem? My yegun, I said, na scam. Number one, they're not going to pay you. Number two, you're not going to get any job. You just want chop your own from national cake. Now, your case go be like, say, it go be like people we go rob bank. You go enter bank, you rob bank. You say, hey, we don't carry money. You get, you say, oh, no, count the money. And some will say, no, you don't count the money. Wait till wait for 8 p.m. news. If it appears on the news, they will tell us how much. You get what I mean now? So it's like a scheme to rob Nigeria, and they will use it and say, we want to help the poor people. You get what I mean now? So they are not going to give you the money. You are just going to, it's like a Ponzi scheme. You're just going to validate that they pay the money. But they say, my ego, shut up your mouth. Not be everything person they say, no, wala, na here they. And so they start empower. Some of them don't even understand what the empower is. They just signed up. The first time they opened their portal, or more, I think about 40 million. Yeah, I think it was about 40 million people. Jobless people who signed up in 24 hours. 40 million jobless people. Last, now the empower people, Oshiba, the fake Pastor Ruga, empower people. Now them come they send message to me a year after that. Mayegun, please, can you help us broadcast? Can you help us tell the whole world that they have not paid us? We, the second batch empower. I say, sure. What about your training? I think they will give you a job and say, no, they will only pay us 3 months. That 3 months is when they are going to say they are training us. After the 3 months, then you wait for them to deploy you. If they don't fit deploy you anywhere, Baba, go find your level. If not primary school somewhere, you go and start teaching. That's your issue. Nothing, they are waiting for another batch. Because people, we won't collect the 30,000 naira for 3 months. That is what they call them power, job creation. And guess what? Even at that, they could barely enroll 200,000. Can you believe that? 40 million jobless, starving, hungry, poor, pretending on social media, making it look like Nigeria. Shut up your mouth. We are supporting our country. Nigeria is going to be a great country. You You're not going to make Nigeria a great country by just saying it. How can you not see that? You can't make a country great by just saying it. This country is going to be a great country. Mayegun, I know that you are determined always, this country, this Nigeria, by the grace of God, is going to be a great country. I say, Olodo, you don't make a country great by saying or wishing. Oh, let's pray. We pray that Nigeria will be so great and all of that. Story. 40 million people unemployed, 200,000 got enrolled, their money never paid, and they continue to tell others that wait for your turn, for your batch, wait for your batch, wait for next batch, wait for the next batch. They call they send me message, Mayegun, help us tell the whole world they have not paid us. So I say, no. Eyele omponi leche, ko poni lemu, ko adojo shoro, ko yeri. Me, Mayegun, you know that me, when I say it and it doesn't make any sense to you, you abuse me. Then when it makes sense to you later, you come back and say, man, I hate that. I agree with Mayegun because I never believe Safi agree with this Mayegun. You will agree with me. So if you don't agree with me right now, I'm not in a rush. They said Mayegun help us. I said, see, don't deceive yourself. Talking about it, it's just gonna be like I'm gonna laugh at you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at you. So I'm not gonna be your friend in that part because whatever I say, it's not ever gonna happen. There are pensioners. There are people who will be pensioners. There are people who are collecting half salaries in some states in Nigeria, collecting 2,700 naira every month salary in Kogi State. They can't scream out. Oh, they are there. They are still shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria. A lot of people are there. So your 30,000 naira, they promise you. They don't want to be in Muguni. But are you even ready to even never prepare yourself or get yourself set up again to be scammed? Oh, majority of you are already waiting to be scammed. Pastor Ruga. I prefer Pastor Ruga than Tifnumbu. Are you not setting yourself up? Are you not setting your friends up? The thing is that I prefer Pastor Ruga. I prefer Later you will now come and say, this person disappointed us. No. You set yourself up. That's what you did. Or that's what you're doing. You are setting yourself up for that broken heart and all of that. So that's why we are saying that, Mayegun, what should we do now? Oh, man, stop pretending. You know what to do. If you have to choose, would you choose the same rogue telling you and promising you heaven and earth, speaking big grammar, holding different beautiful symposium, paying people to come into a gathering, giving flowery speeches to convince and lie to you again? Would you rather go with them, or would you rather set your path to the future you want to feature in? Yoruba nation now. When you have that ideology, when you have that mentality, when you begin to live it, when you begin to talk it, when you begin to experiment it, when you begin to dream it that way, then you bet it is 100% possible. When you believe it, well, it's your choice. Don't pretend. If you say we should, then we should. What should we do? No, come on. Don't make it that kind of hard on yourself. Stop making it. In fact, some people have made up their mind that they don't have two choices. They only have one choice to pick, and they have picked this one. They don't want to be part of this contraption anymore. No, they don't want to be. And whatever it's going to take, however long it's going to take, they are ready to commit towards that. At least that is something worthy than wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your resources, even wasting our lives, trying to prove that maybe it's the kind of people that, maybe if you get some right people there. Fake Pastor Ruga is a pastor. He's a pastor. Femi Oponu Adeshina is a pastor. Do you know that? These are people that ordinarily their output, what you see about them and what they do, should be your reference, not what they tell you. in the Bible or in the Quran and the rest of that to hoodwink and brainwash and lie to you. How can you not want it differently? Somebody sent me this video. Watch.
Give me my key. Now you get the car. See? Hey, listen. You know the time. This is the video. Go. Hey, help me! Help me! If you carry my phone, don't carry my phone. See, give me the key. Help me! Give me the key. Give me my key. Help me! Give me my key. Help me! Give me my key. They're not born you.
You see? And I think they also sent me another one. I believe it's hang on. I think stays. I think maybe this.
Give me the money. I said, give me the money. Give me the money. What is this you are doing? Give me the money. Don't worry, give me the money. Give me the money.
I don't vote for army, make a letter for you.
That's why they come here.
I don't vote for army.
Yes, after you are behaving like a lance corporal, a private soldier. Don't worry, give me the money. That's the only thing I need from you. Give me the money.
Just give her face now. Give her.
This is not the money. It's give me the one you collected from that trailer. See, give me the one you collected from that trailer.
That country you want defend? Soldier they beg for money on motorway, expressway. Soldier because he has, they all have guns. So practically that's what it feels like out there. So when they manage to capture them on camera like that, it's just to give you an insight, the picture of what it actually feels like, or some of you actually know what it feels like, or what it looks like, or what it is like back there. So I don't know what is motivating you. You get what I mean? But again, I will advise, let's choose our poison very carefully. It's an advice. Babati, thank you very much for that. And I'm going to quite read your super chat tonight. So I'm thinking I should take a few calls just before we go, because we still have about half an hour to go. However, Babati, thanks for that. I don't know which one is more painful, the fact that VP Oshibade is a professor of law, or that he claims to be a pastor. I look forward to him destroying his mentor and thief. That's going to be Tinubu. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea, okay? And when I get back, I think I will take a few calls before we call it a night. Don't go anywhere, and you can keep yourself kind of, busy with this.